Good morning or good evening, wherever you may be on the Earthship this day. The air is crisp this Sunday morning and the information is coming in strong. This last gate that we went through, the Lion's Gate, if any of you know about that, it's been quite an interesting few days of clarity for me and clarity for others. It's kind of been a painful one for many people, so I have named this show today The Alchemy of Pain, simply because this is a series about alchemy. Yes, it's about turning lead into gold. It can be about that. But what we're doing is turning the body and the mind back over to the gold that is the God source within us, to the creator of the ever-present life within you. So in the last show, I spoke of the great work being no work at all. And the great work to me is, the spiritual work of self-enlightenment, of self-healing, and becoming aware of yourself and the truth of your life. So I said that it's no work at all. There's no striving for this. There's no, real hardcore layering that has to happen. You can choose in an instant what you'd like for yourself. You can change your mind and change your thoughts at any time that you would like. This is alchemy. It doesn't take secret societies. It doesn't take old ancient books or text to become an alchemist. It's about knowing what the reality of life is, what the divine nature of you holds, because in your divinity you are peaceful, you are joyful, you are loving, even if you aren't displaying that right now. So the alchemy of one's life is to decide that maybe this is a great idea to bring more love, more peace, more joy into my life, so that my life changes. I wanted that for my life, and it seemed to happen to me. Came quite quickly. Like in one night. I wasn't seeking anything. I was in my misery. I was suffering. I was in pain. So it's now time for us to stop this achieving or striving on this ascension or enlightenment process. We don't have to, make any boundaries for ourselves except for compassion. Making an environment that becomes uplifting to your life. Not a detrimental decision or a misaligned or unsafe environment. The great work is of seeing life for what it is. Having pure sight, I've been calling it. And we need to focus now on pure sight, because right now the pain can be overwhelming for many. What's happening during these transparent times that I was speaking about in other shows is that through the transparency, we're being evolved into a different trajectory of life. The earth is in a different place. We're taking on different information. The squeezing of our cellular bodies is happening through the galactic rays, the cosmic rays, the sun rays, the gamma waves. We're being hit with microwave weapons. We're being hit with microwave activity. We're being hit with all types of anomalies, archontic streams. So do you think that the pain that you're holding inside your body is all yours? Well, no. It can't be. Even the thoughts that you're thinking right now, if you had a wave of sadness yesterday, it's possible it could have been someone else's. You see, your auric field takes on information, and it can take on pain very quickly. And you may think that you've processed all that pain out of your mind. Oh, I've done all that work. I processed that ugly event. I'm done with that. Yet, you can't move your arm, or you can't move your leg. There's resistance in the mind to believing that there's more that could be here for us to witness or become aware of. It's not a hierarchy. You aren't here for perfection. You're here in imperfection, and the awareness of you is the perfection. So the pain and the alchemy of pain is really a forefront in people's view right now. We, as a humanity, are being bombarded with pain, visually and mentally and emotionally, physically, and all the unseen senses of ours beyond physicality that take on information. This could be your subconscious mind. There are many things that are within a body and an aura that we do not know of. Science can talk about the unknown and have absolute evidence of the unknown. This is pretty much quantum science. That atoms can do some pretty amazing things because they're aware of themselves as consciousness. There are sciences that I could pour through to tell you how these work, but I have the understanding of that, but I don't need to go there with you. Or really with myself too much. What I need to do is to be able to process the information. Clearly process the information without emotion, without pain. So what is pain? An emotionally or physically or mentally charged event, or a circumstance or a reality that's playing out in your life. It's painful. When we come into these transparent times and we witness the atrocities of others or even the atrocities of ourselves, because I'm dealing right now with quite a few clients right now that are coming into their pure sight, where they're seeing the reality of their own creations. And sometimes that can be a really emotionally painful thing to witness and feel. To see that you possibly have put yourself in a downward spiral, have given yourself less than. Perhaps your work is not fulfilling, or perhaps your home is not joyful, or even that you could have put yourself in an unsafe environment. Well, to see what you created can bring pain, but this is where conscious alchemy comes in. This is where you become the master of your own domain. This is where you become sovereign on an earth. This is where we can change and transmute the things around you and within you. No matter how misaligned they are with your truth, with your divinity. But it may be painful for you to witness and see. But there's all kinds of pain that you could be experiencing in your day-to-day life that shows up to bring you awareness to a certain area of your life that needs to be more aware. Like blue light special. Woo, woo, here we go. This pain is to bring your awareness to something that has not been processed. This emotional belief that whatever, fill in the blank, is not serving you. You just need more awareness about the thing not serving you. And the awareness part of you is not the one that judges that. So naturally, in order to stop the pain, the behavior that's driving the event must change. And so that becomes your life every day. Changing the event in your mind. Changing the importance that you give it. Changing the narrative you put around it. Changing the story behind it. Because really the pain is just serving as like an arrow, big, I'm thinking of a big cartoon arrow coming down, serving as an arrow to get your attention and point you in the right direction to awareness and to raise your level of consciousness concerning certain behaviors that are truly not serving you. But many of us do not want to face reality because denial is a thing, y'all. It's pretty big when we think that we've done all the work, when we have resistance to even talking about the pain. If you can't talk about a past event without getting emotional, or without having pain inside your body or your mind or your emotional field, then there is more to process. And it could be just a new awareness of it. To see yourself being charged by an electrical thing, an electrical charge that's made its way through this pain, and it's gifted you this idea. Because pain is the result of fighting against the reality, or failing to accept the reality. All pain is the result of warring against what is and what is not. Pain comes from fighting against the what it is of reality and being out of harmony with the truth. The answer is simply that what is showing up for a reason. It's awareness. It's not for your shame. It's not for your blame. It's not for your sadness. The pain is not for you here to despise yourself through it or despise the pain. You can't, be angry to the pain and it go away. You might have to be more loving to the pain. Now that's a new idea. There's a lot to process on this earth without gifting yourself pain every moment. So we need to look at the blame and the shame and the sadness in another way, to step out of this view. Because there's another natural way on this planet and in this universe. But if you take things personally, you're altering the natural way of life on this planet. We came here to learn what we can. And consciousness is in form. It is in matter. So failing to process your painful events or your painful beliefs or conditions of your life naturally will give way to suffering. So processing can look like many different things. It could be simply the idea that that is no longer yours. Let it dissipate. That you gift it to a rainbow and let it fly away. That you kick it to the sun and it's no longer there. You could process this through 28 days of suffering. You could go deeply into your pain for weeks and weeks, like a lot of people do with different therapies. I do not recommend that. As the alchemist, you can instantly change how you feel about something in the moment you feel it. So pushing the pain down is not going to help you at this moment. And I'm not saying that you have to dredge up everything from your past. I'm talking about karmic events are over and erased unless the cellular body is holding it. So let's just wait till the transparent times come and start dredging this out. Now it's time to deal with it. We're seeing it. We're feeling it. We're witnessing it. So this what is, let it be what it is. We came here to learn all we can. So suffering is what occurs when pain is mixed with hopelessness. Suffering is the result of somebody repeatedly experiencing pain without knowing how to get it to stop. Without consciously knowing the next step. Or the fear of experiencing the pain with every attempt at something similar. I'm going to have pain every time I walk off a step because last time I did it, I broke my foot. No, the alchemist can alter the pain by simply seeing the reality, minus the electrical charge from the emotional body. So one alchemic process is contain the emotion. Learning to contain your emotion would be a great process right now, to mindfully stop when you feel the emotion. It takes practice and focus, but stopping and mindfully breathing. You see, breathing is the breath of life. And especially during a painful emotion, you're going to maybe stop breathing as deeply as you would normally. So breathing deeply would be grounding the energy of the emotion and exerting the mindfulness practice of the awareness within you. This is a science to mindfully change and alter your behavior. So alter your behavior into breath if that's the best thing for you to do. There are going to be emotions that have too much charge in them and you can't easily process it and you might really lose it. But you know what? That's okay. This is not about blame or shame. But let's be mindful next time. Contain the emotion. Be mindful of it. Even though you may have not been taught this in school, it is a natural part of life, and being prepared for that situation next time your emotions get charged up will help you consciously release that emotion and that energy. That's one way. Contain the emotion. Another activity of alchemy is to engage the emotion. Inviting the emotion in and engaging the emotion by taking the attitude of curiosity, of observance, and allowance. For instance, anger. Anger has a lot of dynamic energy in it, often in the arms or the liver. It wants to strike out. Altering how you view the initial charge of the underlying pain is critical here, so view the anger and how it got there in a loving way. And how about we love the being known as you that's having the emotion or the pain? Let us stop reacting through the pain and through the emotional roller coaster you give yourself, this drama that you feed off of. Let's embrace the pain and allow it so we can transmute it. It doesn't mean you're going to have pain forever. Allowing your pain is called acceptance. And there's many causes of pain and many kinds of pain. Pain is a hurt, a wounding, like a sense of loss. Often when you think you're feeling pain, you're in fact more likely thinking it more than feeling it. Pain is often sensed as a heaviness in the area of the heart. You might have learned to cut off the pain or rationalize it or discharge it through your emotional dramas. But you know you are seeing emotional dramas played out all over the world right now. Humans are going to judge themselves for feeling pain, for seeing pain, for witnessing pain. But when you actually feel your pain without trying to get rid of it, you open the door for compassion to take its place. Compassion can overtake any energy of pain when you allow yourself to be the one to witness the pain, to transmute the pain from emotional drama into harmony. Not through anger, not through blame or shame, but through loving the idea that you are more than the pain. So engaging the emotion is the second way. A third way is another alchemic process. I have a hard time explaining what this is, but it's the process of developing a sense of truth and understanding through non-judgment. This is what I would call the clear sight, pure sight. Because everyone has different ways of managing their emotions. Sometimes you may judge them, thinking you're weak for having these emotions or these feelings, or displaying them in front of others. That's judgment of an emotion that may not have been yours to begin with. So let's just develop a sense of truth and understanding about that. Or maybe you're afraid of giving up an emotion because they've protected you for a really long time. You see, in hypnotherapy, we learn that there's usually a secondary gain for all suffering or pain. Don't believe me? Look that one up. Secondary gain for suffering. There's a lot of them. Deep in the subconscious mind, these beliefs live, and they can come out now when the energies around us are discordant. when that we are pummeled with these waves of information. It's going to trigger cellular memory within you, and some of this could be painful. So that's why I'm going through these, so that you can be the witness and be the alchemic master right now. Right now, today. Change the way you view it. You don't have to sign up for a course to do it. Of course, that can help. It's important to understand the relationship you have to your emotions in order to move forward. And so this is the point. This is the transparent times. Everything is being exposed, even your pains and others' pain. We have to keep moving forward through all the pain we see, the pain we feel, to transmute into light our traumas and perceptions that do us no good. Because you are pure awareness. You are pure and divine. But even society judges your emotions. In some religions, it's sinful to even express an emotion. I call bull on that one. And finally, a great change agent for you, a great catalyst, is now a huge piece of alchemy for your own life. If you truly want to propel yourself through pain, forgiveness is a key. Have you ever forgiven a friend for a personal slight and felt an immediate lightening in your spirit and your mind? Have you ever forgiven yourself for some long-held belief or idea and you felt this freedom within your mind? And all of a sudden it changed and uplifted your whole emotional body? It's possible. When you choose forgiveness, once you allow yourself to understand the root of your emotions and you breathe into it and open your heart and mind and you forgive your past, you'll begin to transmute that emotion into higher aspects of understanding. Forgive yourself and the others that have played masterful roles of pain in your life. This is key. Thank them for the awareness so you now do not have to go through the white light reincarnation or recycling bin of manipulated strife. We can choose the golden light of divine will and divine forgiveness. And this compassion for ourselves to transmute any lower energies into higher energies. This is science. This is quantum physics. This is cellular proliferation. This is a sacred science. It's spiritual alchemy. So I've just given you 4 ways to transmute your pain. And I encourage all of you to be kind in your witness of your life. I wish upon you this day and all days forward to be non-judgmental with acceptance and understanding of your pain and other people's pain. This is a crucial time to stand tall in your power and your understanding of the love within you. Your complete awareness, and you can choose to be in acceptance and love of all you see and feel. Transmuting your own pain will ripple to affect your family and friends, the environment and home you live in. It is my hope that you become embodied forgiveness, so that all that is about to be shown to you in the future can not be denied, ridiculed, or pushed away. Accept the life you have and create with an artist's eye a life of divine choice and of divine nature and of your divine harmony. I'm hearing now from people that are engaging in my audio meditation series that I call the Template of Grace. It's where I put into practice in an 11-day series of meditations a sacred alchemy to accept grace in your life. And I'm hearing now from these people that they are transforming their lives seriously. I am really humbled by the stories that they're sharing with me. Many of them are feeling no anxieties like they used to, like no triggers and emotions like they used to. no pain in their mind or pain in their bodies. They are having somewhat of a transformation in 11 days. So this template is based on sacred science and my many years of understanding that I was taught by a time traveler about how cells take on information. I didn't read about this on YouTube, see it on YouTube, or read about it on the interweb. This series can bring you into a sense of feeling of grace within and around you if you choose. It can really work with you quite dramatically, but happily and joyfully. It truly is possible, even in these transparent times, to become joyful and peaceful. So I wish you much joy and much peace upon your days. If you would like to visit my website to purchase this gift for yourself, the price is extremely low at $33 US as my gift to you. And I wish you happy transmuting and happy standing in your power as a master alchemist, even through your pain. I wish you happy transmuting all pain back to joy. Much love.